Ah, the dreaded gut and amend. One of the controversial things that happens in the California legislature is the so-called gut and amend bill. According to the Office of Legislative Counsel, these measures are defined as when amendments to a bill remove the current contents in their entirety and replace them with different provisions. The controversy is the second part of the process, replacing the bill's contents with a subject matter that is unrelated to the original contents of the bill. And these types of amendments raise the issue of germaneness. Germaneness refers to whether proposed amendments are relevant or the same or similar to the subject matter in the current bill that's contained in the measure. Now, while legislative counsel can opine on the issue of germaneness, the determination is first decided by the presiding officer and ultimately is subject to appeal by the membership of the House in which it is raised. In other words, a majority of assembly members in the state assembly or a majority of senators in the Senate will determine whether amendments to a measure are germane or not, and therefore whether a gut and amend was proper. Each house of the legislature has rules related to determining whether amendments are germane. For example, in the Assembly Rule 92 is titled Amendment to be Germane. And it says that an amendment to any bill other than a bill stating legislative intent to make changes to the budget bill, whether reported by a committee or offered by an assembly member, is not in order when the amendment relates to a different subject than and requires a title different than the original bill. So here, the full assembly decides that question. In the Senate Rule 38.5 requires every amendment proposed to be germane. In order to be germane, the amendment must relate to the same subject as the original bill, resolution, or even motion or question under consideration. And a point of order may be raised that the proposed amendment or the amendment that is now in the bill or resolution or before the body is not germane. However, again, in both instances, it is up to a majority of that respective body. So the reality with a gut and amend in the California legislature is there's no longer really an objection because so long as it is what the author intends or desires, that neither house is going to deny the author the opportunity to place different contents into that bill.